what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday.
Oh, what's going on, everybody?
Hola, hola,
Why
hola.
am I echoing?
Friday.
Oh, let me mute the show because I'm being a dummy. There we go. I had the show running and in the background, so I had sound back there. Oh my goodness. Sue is typing stuff like you type in iVlog. That's how you do a heart in iVlog. I don't think that works for YouTube. Did you see that Vic cannot upload or go live for a week?
Yeah, I heard something about he got a strike for something. As far as what, I have no clue. I've been out of the loop all day long.
It's some video. I don't even know how old the video was that he did, but apparently, YouTube's glamorous bot that scans the net has put him on notice. The strike apparently will disappear April of this year.
Heaven help if they strike me where I can't cast. Oh, wait.
Yeah, right. Oh, they could still try to do that. They would be like, "Hey, hey, Gail." They'll still be like, "Oh, we're gonna strike you now for some videos you did 8 years ago." There you go. Go for it, whatever.
I don't care. Strike away.
And I know that I know the title looks like it's clickbait, but the whole "will I have to quit vaping" thing, I was really thinking about it seriously last night because, as you can hear, Patrick is still dying of coughing over there, and I'm still coughing, and this is getting up to the point where it's like, holy crap, dude, how long can a cold last? I mean, seriously.
I've got a touch of bronchitis.
But this has been since October of last year. And I mean, most of it has gotten better. Don't get me wrong. Besides the whole broken nose thing, which is a lot better than it was. But the coughing thing, it's not an anti-vaping ad, Timekeeper. It's not anti-vaping. It's just...
They actually do have anti-vaping ads on YouTube now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I've come across them a few times.
Oh, my goodness.
It's that what's in a vape, yada yada yada. Whoa.
So my channel is posting anti-vaping ads. That's hilarious.
There's no telling what ads you're.
There's my sponsor right there. Anti-vaping ads.
Yeah, Truth Initiative. That's it. Thank you, Darren.
Thanks. So the Vupu Vinci. Wow, my mind just went blank for a second. Remember, I got the rebuildable section for it, and I got to be honest, I've been thinking about rebuilding it, but honestly, you have two airflow settings on this. Whether you've turned the pod one way or the other way, it changes the airflow. But it's always been basically a restricted direct lung, or you could barely get a mouth to lung out of it. With the RBA section in here and the build that I did, it's actually a true mouth to lung, which I'm kind of enjoying. And now I'm like, I actually don't want to change it. And it's not going through liquid at all. I'm sitting here vaping, and it just does not go through liquid. And the battery's dead almost now. So
hey, Ashley. No,
this is like an exact draw from what I remember off of a cigarette. It's got the same exact draw, which is like, wow.
That's actually pretty sought after by new vapors.
Yeah.
They want that, that restricted kind of wet.
I swear this is just like pulling on a cigarette. It's just like it. I don't know how I did that. I think I put too much cotton in there, but it's not dry hitting. It's giving me good flavor. And the juice is like... It's not even moving, and I'm only at 14 watts. But this is a 1.3 ohm coil, so there you go.
I mean, I can grab the firebox.
And it's kind of funny. Hey, Ruben.
1.3 on it.
And thanks for what you said earlier. I did see it. I just found that coil that I made last week. I just found it on my desk. It only took me a week to find it. I made that coil, and it just went poof last week, and I'm like, Yeah, Ruben said, "Oh man, I'm early, but I'll be back in a little bit because I love this show and I appreciate that." I know that TVP is over there doing a show right now, and he said something, and I was like, "What?" He basically said that anybody that squonks is a dodo or dumb. And I'm like, "Really?"
There's a lot of back and forth between various individuals within the community as far as, this is, anyone who uses this isn't right. Anyone who uses that isn't right. It's like, at the end of the day, are they smoking?
Right. I mean, why complain about anything that somebody vapes, and why put down? Okay, if you don't like squonking, that's fine, but don't sit there and say that squonking is bad. I mean, that's like the best of both worlds. You get a dripper and you got a tank all built into one. I think it's great.
I've got a couple squonkers around.
I
It's
mean,
just,
yeah, it may not be
yeah.
your thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing to have. I don't think it's a bad thing to have a squonker at all.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's just do it like this. Let's rewind back like 2 years. I don't care if you're vaping a 0.1 or a 1 ohm coil. Uh, as long as it's safe and it satisfies you, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, it's your journey. Vape safe. Boom. Done.
Exactly. I had a lady contact me 2 days ago. She don't know where my channel is yet, but I used to watch her kids, and
Exactly, Will.
she she's been a smoker ever since I've known her, and I think that I told her about the vaping thing, and she had no idea because I think it's been so long since I've talked to her. She didn't even know I vaped it. Well, I did, but she thought it was just a fad I was going through. But that's all I did was vape, and now she's got COPD really bad.
Yeah.
She's coughing like crazy, and I'm like, man, I can't tell you that the vaping is going to, I know it's not going to cure your COPD, but it damn sure will be a lot better for you than you sitting there smoking every day. So,
Who wants to see Scuba look like a fool for just a moment?
Uh-oh. Go for it.
Okay. So there is a video going around TikTok. Okay. And it's got an audio dedicated to vaping.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to need both hands for this.
Both hands?
Yep. In other words, empty your hands for a second. Okay.
Let's do a put a finger down.
Oops.
Wait now. What did you?
If I could hit the right button.
Vapor. Let's do a put a finger down. Vapor edition. Put a finger down if you have more than 4 juices.
Okay. So hold up your fingers.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, you're going to need both hands.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So put a finger down if you've got more than 4 juices.
Okay. A finger or a thumb? Does it matter?
Put a finger down if you have more than 1 vape.
Okay.
Put a finger down if you have more than 1 set of batteries. Put a finger down if you use a pod system. Put a finger down if your favorite juice flavor is fruit. Put a finger down if you break drip tips. Put a finger down if you use a single battery mod. Put a finger down if you use an internal battery mod. Put a finger down if you switch your juice every week.
You vape multiple juices a day. Put your damn finger down.
No, I don't think so.
Finger down if you use an RDA or RTA.
Well, duh.
Put a finger down if you still build your own coils. Put a finger down if you've ever smoked on a burnt coil.
I hate the fact that they use the term smoke, but have you ever vaped a burnt coil?
A burnt coil. I would say so. I haven't got any dry hits in a long time.
Okay, but you have done it. So,
yeah.
And you're already out of fingers, by the way.
Yeah, I ran out of fingers. Well, I mean, come
Put a finger
on.
down if you own an Aegis.
An Aegis? Yes, I own an Aegis.
Put a finger down if you have more than 1 battery charger. Put a finger down if you agree with the 21 and up law. Put a finger down if you think the flavor ban is ridiculous. Put a finger down if you vape on desserts.
So you went
16 fingers. Yeah, 16 fingers.
Yeah. I
That's
think
a
I
lot.
went like 13. Because
I
I've
mean,
never broken a drip tip, and I don't own a pod system, and I don't have any internal battery
well,
mods.
one of my now I would say I've never broke a drip tip, but not even I'd say 2 or 3 weeks ago I dropped a mod and it hit the corner of the drip tip and it cracked a piece off, and I consider that a broken drip tip. So
Yep.
I had to put the finger
That
down.
is a vape shop employee out of Tennessee, the Knoxville area, that created that.
Well, to put a finger down if you use a RTA or RDA, I mean, well, yeah. I don't know unless they go, oh well, you
Stock
just
coil.
so did Scuba win. Breeze. That's a
Stock
lot of fingers down.
stock coil tank.
Yeah.
That's not an RTA. That's not an RDA.
A what tank? What? A
Stock coil.
Oh, yeah.
Preset
Well, it's kind of a
pods.
catch-22 because then they go put a finger down if you still build your own coils. You damn Skippy. I don't. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Hey, Cassie.
Let me show y'all something I did get in, which I did already post pictures of this. I need to put a picture over in Steve Dilligaf's group. Here's my Atty stand that he sent over.
Oh, you got an Atty stand.
Yeah, I got a piston Atty stand with my name engraved on there. It's pretty cool, or etched, I should say.
That is. I like that.
That is cool.
Hell, I could have pulled out 6 pistons while I was at it.
Right? You could have got some more pistons.
Right?
This and I really appreciate Stevie sending this over.
Had I driven it another probably 10 miles, I may have lost one.
And if y'all haven't joined the group here, I'm gonna post a link in the chat. Well, if I can type tonight. There we go. That should bring up his Facebook group. There you go. Y'all can go over there and join his Facebook group. If y'all are interested in getting one of these stands, hit him up. He actually has really good prices on these. You hear Speed?
Yep.
Oh, is he here?
Hey, what do you mean by not? You've never done a burnt coil. All you have is campfires.
No, they're talking about. Have you ever vaped?
Grab your fatality, pop it up, pop the base off, and take a look at the coils. I'll bet they're black and burnt.
Well, thank you, Gail.
I bet he's
yeah,
right.
well, I mean, that's different than a burnt coil and then well seasoned with barbecue crust on it.
Oh
is
my
different.
God! Don't even go with the well seasoned stuff.
Wow, my whole desk is shaking. I'm gonna get Speed added in here in a second, guys. Look how it messed up our whole thing, but I can fix it.
Yeah, RS, I've come down with something. I don't know if it's bronchitis or flu or what.
Lord, please tell me that you're not
This
gonna.
one kicking my butt today.
We don't need any more sickness. I've had enough of that stuff.
I'm only going to be with you guys for about half an hour or so.
That's fine. Half an hour, whatever time you got. There you go. Now y'all can see.
That's okay.
Speed.
I may be here, but I'm so not here right now.
You're so not here? Okay, gotcha.
Everybody just wants to see your smiling face, Aries.
That should fix everything. There we go. Are you on the road? It's dark, man.
I am sitting in a cell phone parking lot at the airport.
Okay. A cell phone parking
Picking
lot?
up my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, picking up my dad.
Oh, cool.
He's visiting for the weekend.
Yeah, Speed is in the very dark. He needs like interior lights. What you vaping on there, Speed? There you go. Look at there. Just don't run your battery down. Do you have hair or you got a hat? You got a hat on? Holy crap! He covered his noggin. That's a first.
Okay.
I thought that was only
I can dig it.
I thought only Aries wore
Aries
hats.
doesn't have his on, so I figured I'd wear mine.
There you go.
I've got a special edition hat back there on the table.
Oh?
They had a TikTok meetup last week in Louisville, and we went up there and took had us a good time. A whole bunch. There was at its height, there was probably 1,000 people in this building.
Scuba's plague has breached the network. I wouldn't doubt it.
Else. And the guy that was hosting it, his name is JT Layborn, and he started a charity called Just Thinking. And what this charity does is it goes through and it collects money and it helps kids with puff pallets and things like that. And so he had some of his merchandise there at the meetup, and so we got a hat and just sitting over there on the table.
Oh, cool. I'm still vaping the Trilogy, and it's still been a really good vape for me. Yeah, I still get moisture on my mod. It's not perfectly dry. I won't say that this, but hell, most of my tanks all have a little condensation come up on it. Especially, if you let the wicking start to sag, which I know this one has because I built this, a week and a half ago or something like that. But it's not like I have any juice coming down the side of the mod at all or on the side of the tank. So I still like it. I'm sorry, Creed. I didn't mean this. I don't know how I got you sick through the power of your speakers, but hey,
Well, they don't call them internet viruses for nothing.
Now it's asking me, is this a new coil? Sure, it's a new coil. I'll just tell you that, even though it's not.
Since you're here, Speed, I already told Scuba about this. I might as well tell everyone else. So over the weekend, my oil pressure light came on.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, okay, that's not good. So I got to the apartment and I checked the oil. Oil was fine, plenty of oil.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's the sensor. So I made an appointment to get in and get the sensor swapped out. They swapped it out because the shop that swapped it out is like a mile away. So I was able to get there and back before the oil actually thinned enough for it to do anything. And but on the way back, oil light came back on again. Well, crap. Only thing that they can be now is either a plugged oil channel or the oil pump's gone. So I called a shop, and he's like, "Well, get it to me." Nope, head gasket's perfectly fine. Thought about that too. For those of you that want a quick way to check your oil or your head gasket, look at your coolant and look at your oil. If your coolant looks like chocolate milk, your head gasket's blown. If your oil has coolant in it, your head gasket's blown. Mine was fine. But no, the oil pump has gone bad on it. And apparently it's going to cost like $800 to swap this thing out. I was like, yeah.
Or if your head gasket blows between the exhaust port and your water, then if you open your radiator cap, you'll see bubbles like a son of a gun. You probably see steam coming up out of your radiator. That's another sign that your head gasket is blown.
Or blue smoke.
Yeah, or blue smoke, yeah.
Blue smoke, that's another one.
And you'll smell exhaust fumes coming out of your radiator. It's, ugh. Yeah, I've seen head gaskets blown in mysterious ways, and there's about three different ways.
Ruben, yes. I mean, the light will only come on if the oil pressure drops below a certain level. But the problem is diagnosing what is causing the oil pressure to be low. The oil level was fine. So that means that it either wasn't sending it or there was something impeding its pathway. And neither one of those are cheap fixes.
Aries, do you have it figured out for sure, or are you still trying to figure it out?
I'm not worrying about it anymore. I no longer own my Chrysler 300.
Okay. You got a Ferrari now?
Yeah, right. No, I now own a Ford Focus.
Big Kyle won a lot, and Breeze won $65,000. Look at there.
Ford Focus is nice. A little bit small, but they're nice.
It's a new to me.
Yeah, but Aries had a Chrysler 300 because it looks like a Phantom.
Hey, this car drives. It's got tinted windows to it. It's got a sunroof. It's got Bluetooth.
Oh, Bluetooth.
It's a good car.
It's weird. The only way I had Bluetooth, well, my Expedition had Bluetooth, but it's because of the radio I put in there, not the factory radio. It wouldn't do crap. Which I love the Bluetooth in there because you can take phone calls. Just be cruising, and the microphone was built up in my headrest, or not my visor. So
I got to get used to the turning radius on this thing. I'm used to turning the beast of 300 with a 37-foot turn radius.
Oh yeah.
No, this thing didn't take 37 feet to turn.
You know, the best, well, two cars that I know that had really good turning radiuses is like a Jeep Wrangler. When you turn the steering wheel on that thing, you can almost spin it directly around and spot it. They got a real good turning radius. And then the four-wheel steering Honda Prelude, which that's very old, but it had the rear wheels turned and the front wheels turned so that you could turn sharp.
Oh, William, I liked my 300. My 300 was nice. It was all blacked out, had really, really dark black tint windows on it. I mean, it was, yeah, I liked it. But it wasn't fuel efficient. It didn't turn very easily. I mean, it turned easily. It just didn't turn a tight circle.
I'm not knocking
So,
the 300, William, trust me. I wish I had a 300. I got a freaking van out there right now. But it was my mom's van,
I like the 300s. Those are nice. Those are nice cars. But that Focus it's a nice car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 2014. It's got a cracked headlight lens.
Oh, headlight. Okay.
And so I was like, okay, well, I can swap out the lens. And so I went to Price to see how much the lens is. No, you can't get the lens separately. It's you have to get the full assembly, and the full assembly is like $150 a piece.
What?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's that cheap, actually, from the dealer.
Oh no, that's not from the dealer.
Oh,
no,
I thought that was from the dealer.
From the dealer is 300.
Okay.
And if you swap out one, you got to swap them both out, or else they're going to look weird.
Yeah, they're going to look weird. You got to swap them both out. I had HID headlights in my Expedition. And people would always flash their lights because they think I had my bright lights on, but I didn't.
Until you flash yours, and then you can see into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, you want to flash me? Okay. And mine didn't really have a high beam feature. The bulb itself leaned up.
Yeah.
So when it put it right in their eyes, yeah, they would stop flashing me at that point or veer off the road. But I didn't want people to, they were very bright lights. I'll put it that way.
Yes, got to pimp out the new car. Got to get money to pimp out the new car first.
Harry, I agree. Go to the junkyard if you got a U-pull it or a pull apart or something like that. But then again, you would have to get both lights just so they have the same degree of haziness, unless you can afford to buy two brand new ones.
Yep.
Hell, I still have side marker housings for the Impala out in the garage, and I don't even have the car anymore. So, but there's an Impala that was just like mine right across the street. So if he needs them, I'll be like, here, man, you can have them. But he don't. His is fine.
Well, the way that it's cracked, Crazy Glue won't work. They've taped it up where it'll hold and it'll keep water out, but it definitely needs to be replaced eventually.
That's the worst thing about having a crack in that housing. If you get moisture up in there, man, it's just like, or rainwater and it fills up and you got like half a thing full of water.
Buff it out. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna grab my Dremel.
I still don't like those where they put the light in a housing, so you have to replace the entire thing.
Well, no, it's an assembly. So I mean, you can swap out the lights. If you blow a light.
Munchkin, don't lie. I don't keep everything.
If you crack the lens, you have to replace the entire assembly.
So it's
just a matter of pulling the lights out, unbolting the assembly, throw on the new one, bolt it down, pop the lights back in, aim it, and you're done.
I threw away so much stuff it isn't even funny. So you can't say I keep everything. I threw away stuff I wanted to keep. As a matter of fact, the stuff that's in my storage I'm about to let go, just because there's no way I can afford to pay the storage, and I don't even want to get into that. But yeah, they charge too much money, and the only thing that's left in there really that I wanted to keep was the compressor. But there's no way, there's no room for it up here either. So it's just got to go. I want to send my son the key. He wanted to pay the storage and just sell the stuff. I was like, hey, if you want to do it, go for it.
See, when I was getting everything together, I had a storage unit, and it was a climate-controlled unit. It was 5x10, and I'm wanting to say that I paid, what was it, like $48, something like that, a month for it. But I prorated the first month, and they had a special going on where I got the second month for free, but I couldn't get out of there quite quick enough to prevent from having to pay the third month.
My storage was 50% off for the first 6 months.
Oh, nice.
I've had that storage now for about 4 years, and the current bill of that storage is $205 a month.
Ouch.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, and I've been paying that. Well, it just now went to 205. It was 195, but it's still freaking high. And if you miss the payment, they automatically throw $10 on it. Then they throw a $20 on top of it. So now it's $30 late fee. So I'm just like, whatever, dude. I'm not paying $260 freaking, and it's a 10 by 30. So it's got a door on each side. But
Right.
I didn't need that much room, and even if I would have downsized it, it's just, no, it's not worth it. They can have at it. I found my my photo album, which I thought was missing. Oh my God, I think it is upstairs. If you could you please bring that photo album down that's on the dresser right there? It's red. You can't miss it. Bring that down here. I want to show somebody. I want to show them something. Thank you.
Is this your baby pictures?
Well, yeah, there's baby pictures too, but yeah. There's a young
Scuba naked in the sink.
No, there might be scuba naked in there somewhere, but and most of it's like baseball pictures from when I was young. I played baseball a lot when I was young, so there's multiple photos of me in baseball uniforms. Thank you. And the photo album's all destroyed, but see if I can show y'all one picture.
Take over. No, I was handed a box of my childhood
there's one.
photos that I didn't know existed.
There's one of me as a baby.
Oh.
Let's go. I want to show y'all
You notice it's an old black and white.
my hair color. Oh, this is what my hair used to look like. This is gonna, y'all are not gonna believe this is me, but
Okay.
I had blonde hair when I was young. And I don't know if it shows, but yeah, that was me with, that was me young. And then, here's some kind of growing up, in school. We almost got like buck teeth thing going on right there. These are I got baseball pictures out. Oh, look at that. I got baseball pictures out the yin yang. There's one team. Here's a couple more teams. Pictures are falling out of here like crazy.
I haven't even my baseball pictures.
That's pretty much it. That's all I want y'all to see. That I used to have blonde hair, and my hair started changing colors as I got older. Look at the suit and bow tie.
See, I used to be cute.
There you go. Look at that. Little part going over. Swing. Picking up all the women's. That's awesome. Yeah, that's surprising that his channel got, Vic can't post any videos or go live for a week.
What happened?
His channel got strike against it from YouTube. So he can't post for a week. I mean, he posted it in his group or one of his pages. I just saw the post where he said he can't post for a week. And I was like, damn, that sucks.
I knew someone was going to make a comment.
Yeah.
Hey, Tandy.
So, what do we do tonight? Good question. I actually have been vaping. Every once in a while, I'll take a hit off this just because this dual 21700, and then I forget what is this. Forget what RDA is. This a rebirth? This is a rebirth RDA on top of here, and I put that Heisenberg juice on here, which tastes really good in this dripper, but it makes me cough. Dadgummit. I'm gonna try to hit it and not cough. I'm gonna try.
sounds amazing.
Never mind. It's just not going to work.
Scuba,
You're never gonna learn.
You cough any harder, and your lungs gonna knock on my door.
Well, you know, yeah, the blue stuff. Exactly, Big Ka. That's exactly what it is. That's the Heisenberg. My side had gotten better. It was no longer sore. And last night I coughed a lot. That's what made me think, build the intake dual. I can do that. Even though it's completely full of juice right now, I could probably build my intake dual. I might do that in a minute there, Rumble Foreskin. Which, that's hilarious. I think this needs batteries, by the way. Yeah, it's like, hey, man, somebody come down here and stole all my batteries. But I might have some more. I don't know why they would take a... No, you stole all your batteries? Whatever. Stole my battery. Oh, these aren't... These are 2700s. Dadgummit. I got so many batteries, I don't know what to do with them all.
Okay, so apparently 3Dog is watching because I got a message saying I needed a RAM onesie. And you're correct, I do need a RAM onesie. But I also need an Elmo onesie.
Elmo?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what are y'all doing over there on TikTok? I don't even want to know. No, Dumb Long, I got plenty of batteries. It's not that. There's a stack of batteries behind me. It's just my charger works better than hers, so she keeps bringing her batteries and putting them on my charger. So she says, no, those are my batteries. So I don't know. We didn't mark them. It doesn't matter. We have plenty of batteries, so it's not a big thing. Yeah, if I rebuild this intake dual, it's going to take just a minute because I got to get the juice level so high. If I open this now, it's going to pour juice everywhere. Good Lord.
You got to get rid of that cough.
Dude, tell me the cure. What is the cure? I have no, I mean, I've done everything I can think of. I've taken all the antibiotics, all the cough expectorant stuff, you name it. It's been done and still sick. And it's not like I'm sick. My sinuses are okay. All that's good. It's just this cough, man. It's like there's stuff in my chest that won't come out. And I think vaping is hindering me getting it all out. I don't know. She's laying down the possession of law. What's yours is now mine, so neener. Yeah, I hear you. Look at that. Y'all won again? Man, y'all just robbing all the banks. I see how it is. But yeah, I'll try to build the intake dual. I know a lot of people were having problems with the, Breeze had a problem with the G-Class. And I want to show this on screen so that she's really familiar with this. So here's the G-Class in all its glory. So 1, 2, 3 clicks brings you to the clock, okay? So then you go to the joystick. If you push left, it goes through the various clocks. So this one's just...
I gotta run Scuba. Bye, Aries. Bye, Scuba. Bye, everybody.
Later, Scuba.
Oh, see
later,
ya.
Speed.
See ya. So once you get to the clock you want...
And I had just
there's
found
only
the
3
sound,
clocks.
too, I was going to show.
So if you want to... And a lot of people don't know how to get out of this. It's okay, Breeze. If you want to get out of this, it's 1, 2, 3 clicks, and you'll see this padlock come up. Then push down on your joystick. Boom. It'll say unlocked, and you're good to go again. It's that simple. Don't make this hard. I don't want people to be scared. You know, oh, I got into the clock menu, and I don't know how to get out. That's the easiest way to get out of there. So, and this has got full. Hell, I could just take the batteries out of it. See, that's where my batteries come and play. They're in this mod, so I could take these batteries. I put these in here just so I can make sure I wasn't telling Breeze something wrong, but I knew what to do. I just wanted to make sure, absolutely sure. You're welcome, Breeze.
Okay, here's why I need an Elmo onesie.
Sesame Street was bouncy today by the letter B. B stands for booty. Elmo loves booty. Sesame Street.
Okay. Are you trying to see if you
I'm telling you now, if you started doing TikTok, you would get so addicted so quickly.
She's weighing herself. Raise my mic 6 inches. I can do that. How about that?
What, Ashley?
Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Now it's probably going to be really loud.
Still sounds perfect in mine.
Well, you know, maybe they just didn't want it down in my face or the shadow on it. I apologize, guys. Yes, it's better. Okay, cool. As long as it's better, hey, better is good. So I saw that Mr. Just Right One did his little review on the SX Auto, and he basically gives it praise for just being innovative, which it is. But a lot of people are having problems.
Get into it.
The what?
Dire Thing says, please don't talk him into TikTok. Munchkin will never forgive us. I said, Munchkin will get into TikTok.
Oh, no. You won't see me on TikTok. That's Aries' thing. And I say let Aries go with it. Although, I think TikTok pays good money. What size is the cup that I'm drinking from? King Cobra. Yeah, most of these cups are 32 ounce. This one's actually 44. Good luck finding one that's 44 inch. This is an Arctic cup, I do believe. Is it Arctic or is it the Ozark one? Maybe it's Ozark. That's symbol. Ozark. I think that's Ozark. But this is a 44, so it's bigger. The other ones that I have are all small. You can't tell unless I hold one. Here, I'll show you one. So here you go. So here's the normal cup, and this one has my name on it. So this is a normal 32 ounce, and maybe you can tell that this one's bigger.
Yeah, decent size bigger.
It's a lot bigger. So the top is definitely. I don't want to spill anything because Aries will screenshot the crap out of it.
In a heartbeat. I need new material.
You need new material. Aries will be all over that. They were like, I got. Yeah, I have a lot of these cups because they're really good at keeping your ice cold. So I mean, it's good at keeping ice cold. No, it's good at keeping your drink cold and keeping your ice, I should say.
I was gonna say ice is pretty much cold. Period.
Right. Throw some dry ice in there. What the hell?
Yeah, TikTok changed their payout though. They charge more for coins and they pay out less to people. It used to be you got 50%, now you got 70%, and it costs more to buy stuff. So so no, TikTok.
It's not all about size. Kevin, you're right. I just enjoy having a drink that I don't have to fill all the time because I like to stay hydrated, especially if you vape. You know, it's really important to stay hydrated. So I like to keep a drink at all times. There's times that I don't have a drink, but, that's fine. I like having a drink. Hello. Little one come to say hi and disappear. Okay, there you go. Anyways. This video is still not suitable for kids. Just saying. YouTube, I swear, with their warnings and stuff about, being kid friendly, it's like, come on, man. And, they want me to mark every single video. And I'm like, no, I marked my entire channel as not kid friendly. And if that's not enough, I don't know. I see what you're saying. I got a 32 ounce. Yeah, if you can find a Ozark that's 44 ounces, this I will say. If you like, now it depends on your cup holders in your car. Now I know in Expedition it's got giant cup holders. This would fit. If you have the smaller cup size, this will not fit in there. So, well, I mean it's close.
Gail, are
It's a
you still
little
in
bit.
here?
It's a little bit wider, so you may have a little bit of trouble getting them in a real small cup holder. But if it's a wider one, it'll fit right in.
I mean, because you've got like that mug. I want to say that Three Dog has one. I sent one to Gail and Zan, the Bubba mug.
Yeah, I got lots of Bubba mugs.
Yeah, this thing's. Well, I'm trying to remember how big it was. I want to say it was like
The black one, 52 ounce.
64.
They're 52.
Was it
ounce.
52?
Yep.
Because I originally got the biggest one, the 120. I think it's
Holy
128.
crap!
And when I realized exactly how big that was, I'm like, yeah, I am so not shipping this thing.
72 ounce.
72 ounce. Yeah, I knew it was a big one, but the biggest one, the original one that I got was like 128 ounce. So I was like, yeah, no, I can't ship this thing. Yeah, I know.
I got this one not long ago, and I can't remember what size this is.
Oh, I'm sure a Keurig could be rigged up.
Oh, this is a
Wall
30.
mount, take the bottom off.
This is a 34 ounce Bubba. I liked
Yeah,
it because
no.
it had a handle and it was blue and like a teal top.
The one that I
close
got,
off.
Gail, was the biggest one that I could find that actually had a handle on it.
Yeah. That black one, they had them on sale. I remember when we did that on the channel, and we're like, yeah, it's like $9.99, or say it was like a ridiculously low, maybe $8.99. They had them on Amazon, I think, on sale, and everybody went and bought one. But yeah, it was a good deal. I don't know where that one is. I haven't seen it. It's y'all are gonna be like, what? Okay, I probably have about 10 or 12 of these in the cabinet. There's about 15 to 20 more in a box that I still haven't even taken out yet. That's probably where all the other Bubba Cups went.
Now, I've got a special one that I really don't like to use it very often. It was custom made. You know what? Hold on. Let me go grab
Hell,
that
I
real
etched
quick.
that myself.
Oh no! When you see this one, you'll understand. This one was very, very special
I'm
made.
gonna have to do another show on doing this etch stuff on stainless, because this is actually really easy to do. You only need some type of you could use a 9-volt battery and a couple of leads and is it baking soda and water, I think, and then and some Q-tips, and you're done. You can do it yourself. Stencils, that would be helpful unless you want to freehand it. This is starting to taste better and better the more I vape it, because it's been sitting there for a little while. But it's the Q Mini. Yeah, Q Mini. Oh, look at that. Oh, look how thick the splatter is on that. That took a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've dipped cups, but I've never splattered them like that. That actually looks good. It looks powder coated in black, and then they red splatter over it, and then basically coated the oven that.
Yeah. They put a lot of time into this one.
Yeah, I'll do it again, 3 Dog. I'll get it set up, and maybe I'll do it next week. I'll get it set up to show y'all how to acid etch stuff, or not acid etch. It's basically electro etching. It's really easy to do, and I don't know if you could do it to SX Auto. I would be so on an RTA barrel, put Scuba on it. Oh, I could do that. Brumple Force Camp, but it would be really hard because how small it is. You have to have some kind of
I was waiting for someone to make the comment. Thank you, Kevin.
it's got to have even if you have the stencils, like a negative stencil that has an opening, you got to be able to put it on there and then go and stencil, and then put your little Q-tip or whatever in it to etch it out. So the smaller the lettering, the harder it's going to be to do, especially something like a RTA. Now, maybe a 30 millimeter or something would work, but it would have to be a stainless tank. It can't be like a black one that's painted. That's why I don't think doing this would work, because this has a coating over it, so I don't think I could etch this and make it work. It would be nice, but I don't think you can do that to the SX Auto if that's what you're trying to do.
Oh, anything red and black is a beautiful combination.
Red and
Just
black.
saying.
Red and black.
Just saying.
Now, I don't know how Stevie did this one, but it looks like it's a very similar process. I guess it's just polished in those spots. I can't tell how he did that.
It may have been a polish and then electroplated the rest of it. I mean, electro etched the rest of it.
Yeah, it has to have something to go around, because it's in a circle. So I don't know how he did that. That would be interesting to see him post a video of that. He probably has a video of him doing this. I need to watch it if he does, to see what he actually does, because it should be something easy to do. Except for that looks computer done. I mean, that doesn't look like freehanding at all. And I'm surprised that the Scuba came out so well as me freehanding it. It actually came out really good. And I've had this, how long ago did I do this? Maybe 2 years ago?
Gail
Still
says I could tell you, but he'd kill me. Trade secret.
Oh, it's okay, Gail. It's fine. I think I did this 2 years ago. So mine's the opposite. His is shiny where the Scuba is. Mine's the opposite. So it's like he leaves the Scuba and then electroplates everything else. Or, yeah, not electroplate, but
Electro etch.
what do they call it? Etching. Yeah, etching. More like 3 years ago. It's been a while, Three Dog, and you can see it holds up. This thing has been washed a gabillion times, and it does not go away. So a lot of those, especially the hydro-dipped mugs that I have like this, no matter how many times I've coated those, I put clear coat over them, I've baked them in the oven, it still wants to peel and chip. Now, if I powder coat them, it would be great, but when you dip them, though, that paint's going to come off.
Waiting to see if I'm going to get yelled at.
I made several attempts. No, I didn't make several attempts on this. This was the only cup I ever did this with.
No, you did 2 or 3 cups because you really boo-booed one of them.
Oh, yeah, I did. Now, as far as the hydro dips, yeah, I did lots of those. I made 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I made 5 of those.
No, I'm talking about the etched ones. Yeah,
Oh, the
one
etched
where
one?
the lettering, where it was slanted.
Oh, I don't know. Is this one slanted? It is slightly. It's actually going up just a hair. You can barely tell. I mean, it's pretty close. What do you want? It's Scuba work. I can't half see anyway.
It was before the North Carolina Vape event. Don't ask how he knows.
Don't ask how I know. Those are in on the front porch. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, the hydro dipping's pretty cool because basically you take just a big tub of water after you get this thing really nice and clean, and I tape off where I don't want it dipped. Like if you want the top to still be stainless where you don't get your mouth on the paint,
The rim.
you tape around that, and then you basically spray paint directly into the water, multiple colors, and then swirl it around a little bit so it has a nice swirl on it, and you dip it in at an angle and go down in nice and slow, then shake the water so that the top gets disrupted and pull it out. Boom. And I will bake that in an oven for, I don't know, about an hour, low heat. Then come back and clear it. You don't want to use your regular oven for this because you're probably going to smell like paint forever. But then I come back and clear coat it, and then I bake that on top of that. And they hold up good, but yeah, they chip. So I think the best thing would be to sand the cup really good so that it holds the paint better, or either prime it first. Sand it, prime it, then dip it. Then I think it would hold a lot better. And I did prime the other ones, but you want to prime it a color that's going to look good with the coating that goes over it. Like if you prime it with white or black, depending on if you want to do red, for instance, and put the black primer on there, that would look really good. But that splatter on yours, that's different. That's thick buildup of paint. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. This was one of my TikTok family members that lives up in Nebraska that made this film.
Yeah, that's almost like they just drizzled it off of a paintbrush right onto the cup and then baked it in. It looks really good like that, actually. Oh Lord, I'm trying to vape this as fast as I can, but the juice level's not moving very much.
Or vape.
I'll give it this. I'm not coughing with this mod. Every time I find a vape that's not making me cough, that's the ones I'm going to start using because the freaking Trilogy is still making me cough. Hey Michael, how's it going tonight? Happy Friday and Happy New Year. Even though I know it's the 17th already.
Hey, Michael.
It's hard to imagine that we're in 2020 now. There's Even Aliens. I saw you over on TVP. And Even Aliens is vaping the Trilogy on top of an Aegis X. That's how I know. See, I saw when you typed that. Aha.
I'm really not a huge DC fan, but I am curious. The one movie that DC has done right so far is Wonder Woman. So I do want to see the new one. Plus, it's got Gal Gadot in it, and damn.
Oh my goodness. The hosts don't see me. John Q, we see you, John Q. Like I said, I was surprised to see John Q come on camera. I was like, wow. And John Q's, I swear, he has such bad luck. He got a intake dual from China. And why he ordered it from China, I have no clue.
Right,
John Q. And I think he said he paid $30 for it from China. Why would you order a tank from China
and pay that much?
And pay that much money when you can get it in the U.S. for the same price and not deal $24? That why? Well, you said $30, but you pay $24 per shipping, which makes it $30, which you might as well bought it in the U.S. I don't know what the current price of the intake dual in the U.S. is, but can't be much more than that. I would have stuck with a U.S. vendor, because now he's got one 24 to the door. Okay, well, what happened on his is he actually had a piece of metal metal shaving down inside the insulator where the 510. Yeah, so when he fired it, it melted the insulator, and it.
He's lucky that's all it did.
I know, right? So it screwed up the whole tank, and I'm like, damn, man, how do you get such bad luck, dude? That sucks. I mean, normally if I get a tank like that or a clone, if it has a crack, he can raise hell, but it's China. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna do a damn thing. So I mean, you almost want to get a hold of Mike Vates and be like, hey man, I got this tank and it had a crack in the insulator, and he might send you one, maybe.
I'll put it this way. Okay, so the very first Aries tank that I got, airflow does not adjust on.
Right.
It doesn't. The tolerance is too tight.
Yeah.
When I got a hold of them saying, look, you need to make this right. You need to fix this. They're like, we'll send you a discount for, and you can buy another one. I'm like, or you can just send me another one.
Wow.
It took about 2 months of back and forth before they finally sent me out the second one.
Michael, yes, they do send to the UK. Veritube sends all over the world. So they're $109.99 on veritube.com. I highly recommend getting the RSA section, which is a rebuildable squonking atomizer. This is the RSA on top of here, but it's great with the pods that come with it. So either way. Oh, you got it with the small bubble glass? I completely agree with you. I normally have that small bubble glass on there, but I just like the look of the straight glass, and it's all about looks, really. You're welcome, Michael. I know Jazzy has them, but if Jazzy ships it to the UK, it's going to be freaking high dollar because of the shipping. I think it's a lot cheaper to go through Veritube that way. Am I going to get a Kelpie RDA? Cassie, that is a very good question. I don't know. Now, I'm not punching any things, but I don't think that Vic sent me a Kelpie RDA for review. I don't know. I'm not sure, because I know the folks in the UK would have got them before me, but he sent one. or had one sent to TVP, which did nothing but tear the tank down and talk about how bad it was. So if he's willing to send it to him, then he should be willing to send me one. I don't know. Otherwise, I'll just buy one like everybody else, you know, and when I get the money, so I'll you know. But
That
it is what it is.
That may have been more of a political thing to prove a point. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I'm trying to avoid getting into the middle of all of the drama that's been going around. I get the reason. I do, but
well, this is the main thing that I see. I can completely understand TVP has 20,000 subscribers. I don't even have 2,000.
exactly.
If it's
Jake,
about
it's
numbers,
personal.
which most companies, you got to admit, look for numbers. They have personal crap, but he still sent one to TVP. Go figure. And Vic even said, you know, hey, I made the blue one, Scuba. And I'm like, yeah. Oh,
Okay,
I'm on the
Gail said-
list? Gail, how do you get all this info? Gail knows everything, man. I swear Gail is in the know and we don't even know it. Well, that's awesome, Gail. I'm glad that he did include me. Yeah. So if I guess if Gail says, "Oh, I'm getting one, Cassie," then I'm getting one, and yeah, I'll be more than happy to review it on here. And if there's something I don't like, you know, I'll tell you. I'll be like, "Hey, this sucks. This sucks." But if it's got the same type of I know it's gonna have more airflow than the Kelpie RTA had, regardless, because it's a dripper. But if it's got that good flavor, which even TVP. Even though he doesn't like, you know, that Vic and him don't get along, he did say it had awesome flavor. So, Gail has top security clearance. Exactly, Breeze. I think that...
No, Gail is Vic's bodyguard.
Oh, Gail's big... Okay. Did I just call... I called Vic Bic? Okay. I'm surprised that Vic doesn't have an Atty stand that says, well, obviously he's not going to fit Vaping with Vic on here unless he makes it really small. But he could just make one that said Vic, you know. RDA equals no broken glass. Thanks, William. I don't break glass that often. I mean, this is a gold fatality with a busted glass, but, you know. I'm just testing out the, I'm just testing, wait, did that glass just fall out? Just seeing if the tanks are well made, that's all. Well, even if I had one sent, then yeah. Ian, okay, I'm not going to say Vic specifically. Now, you know good as I do. He may have thought, hey, Scuba will appreciate blue, but they may have given him an option. They may have said, okay, stainless black, and then we'll let you do one more color. And he probably just said blue. And then thought, oh, Scuba will like this because it's blue. But, I mean, it's a good starting point because there's a lot of mods that are blue and there's a lot of mods that are red. Don't get me wrong.
Here's the problem that you run into when you start doing colored atomizers or colored caps. Okay, so great. You've got a blue mod. You've got a blue atomizer.
Yeah.
What are the odds of those two blues actually matching?
Very, very slim. Very slim. I mean, this is the problem, right? Most of the blue mods you get are a high blue, like even this one. This is the R250. This is a higher blue. And all the smoke mods are a chrome blue. So to get a chrome blue, I mean, I have one chrome blue RDA. Here, this one's chrome. Chrome blue. All right, that would match. Now this blue, which is a goon, doesn't match. These two blues are not even close to the same.
Now there is a gloss blue goon.
There is a gloss blue? That
yes,
figures.
there is a gloss blue goon.
Dadgummit. I think I got this blue goon from Aries. I got the top cap. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know why I keep all these tanks on my desk. Y'all can see I'm like, hey, here it is. Everything's on my desk, which is horrendous. I was printing. I got Atty stands that are actually, these are, I 3D printed these. I need to get my 3D printer back out. I don't know who Kiko Sako is. There it is, Kiko's. But it holds 5 atomizers. And these I 3D printed a long time ago. And I have not yet. The 3D printer is still upstairs in a box. I haven't even taken it out of the box. And I made a few of these. Here's another one. Here's 2 of them right here. So this is only 10 though. I need to make one. I need a bigger 3D printer so I can make one that holds like 50 tanks or something like that. That would be awesome. And then maybe even make it like step value, like 10 per row, 10, 20, 30. But that you're talking with a 3D printer, you're talking a lot of time.
And a lot of filament.
Yeah, a lot of filament. Well, the filament's not that expensive.
But when you start, when you get to that point, that's when you start thinking, isn't it cheaper and easier for me just to get a hold of a lawn?
A what? A lawn? Oh, yeah. Well, the Ocula. Yeah, the Ocula I do not have even. So that might be one I need to look into. Yeah, a resin printer, though, Rumple, those are not cheap. Resin printers, and the resin printers print upside down, which is kind of weird. So, let's say you print the Eiffel Tower. It's going to print from the bottom to the top as it pulls it up. It's weird. But they're cool. I mean, I like that because they can do some really finite detail. Finite detail. My drink's out. When I start on drink 2, that's when I talk more. That's how that works.
Yeah, go modular.
Fighting Cock, the official sponsor of the Scuba's Hangout Show. I wish, man. If I could get them to send me bottles of liquor, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm good.
I'll break out the Fireball in 1792.
Oh, the 1792. You're right there in the middle of it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to come visit just to prices. You know, I knew they would, Rumple. I was waiting for the prices to come down, but I don't think they've come down enough yet. I'm keeping. Munchkin, if you want to go play the game, go play the game. You do not have to watch my show. I will never force you to watch my show. Why would you?
I need a delivery of 1792.
Woo, that one is very strong. I did not mean to pour it. Holy crap, that's strong. Okay, we're good to go. Now, they wanted me to rebuild the intake dual, which I do not mind doing. I know a lot of people
are leg? It's still gone.
Still gone?
He asked how the leg was. It's still gone.
I'd be a broken down. What's up, Jazzy? How you doing? If y'all are in the U.S. and you need an SX Auto, get a hold of Jazzy Jag. No question. Get a hold of Jazzy.
I told you, Cassie.
And Jazzy did an auction, it was like a couple days ago. He did another auction on the SX Auto. If y'all can't afford the full price of an SX Auto, when he runs a waffle, get on it, man. That's the best way. I mean, you may lose, you may win. I've seen people win with one slot, which is like $11. If you can't pay $11 for this mod, something wrong with you. Because it's definitely worth that. A lot more, but.
Cassie, it's not beer. It's a cider. Big difference, because I hate beer.
You know, I saw that.
With a passion, I hate beer.
Oh, you're welcome, Saint. Yeah, Saint was having issues. He was stuck in DIY mode, and he couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And I want to show this on camera, but my camera will not focus on the damn screen. So it's really easy to accidentally get into DIY mode if you hold the up and down watts at the same time. Boom, you're in DIY mode. To get out of it, you have to go into the menus to get back into auto mode. So if you're in DIY mode and you have a regular one of the stock atomizers that come with it, it's going to keep on trying to punch juice up there, and it's going to overflow, and you're going to have a bad problem. So because it don't know the resistance or anything on that coil, and it's going to just keep pumping. So you need to get it back in auto mode. So you have to go into the menus. You go to where it has the exit, and then it has the arrow. You go to the arrow, then you hit fire, 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 and you'll see DIY mode. Then you hit the up wattage, and it'll switch to auto. Boom, hit fire. You're back out. You're in auto mode. You're good to go. That's what you need to do. So, see, and mine's in DIY mode, and it says SS at the end because, oh, wow, you can see that. So it's stainless steel coil now. If I had a different kind of metal, I would be using that, but I'm using the stainless steel. So that's what I got it set for. And setting the resistance. So if you're in DIY mode and you want to lock the resistance, you hold the up and down watts. If you're in DIY mode already, you can hold the up and down watts, and it will lock the resistance in so that it doesn't try to vary and change anything.
That got some.
Yeah, Saint was ready to toss it out the window. Thank God you wouldn't. Okay. A lot of you guys like buying devices, and if you get frustrated with it and you want to throw it out the window, don't do that. Don't throw them out the window, man. I will help you. Just come, wait for Friday, and then come in here and say, Scuba, I've tried everything I can with whatever it is. I need your help, and I will do everything I can to help you. I don't want you throwing stuff out the window.
And even beyond that, if you can't figure it out, don't throw it out the window. Find someone else that you can gift it to help them out.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, if you really have your heart set on using it, then wait and try to get some help. I did not see Jay Hayes' review of it, even. Haven't seen his review. I'm trying not to be the loud mic guy that Jay Hayes says I am. And I had to turn my mic. Y'all actually complained and said my mic was too low. You see, they get so used to my voice being loud. If I turn it down, they're like, oh, you're too low now. It's like, really? So now I have to turn my voice back up? It wasn't a review. Jazzy, I didn't see it, so I have no idea. No idea.
But if it was Jay Hayes with an SX product, I can already imagine what happened.
Exactly. According to TVP, as soon as Jay Hayes gets the Kelpie RDA in, he's going to smash it with a hammer.
That honestly wouldn't surprise me no matter what it was. It could have been. It could be the best thing in the world. It's still going to happen.
I don't know, Jay, and it be loud. Yeah, Breeze, I'm always going to be me, so. It made himself look like an illiterate fool. Ha 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 ha, Jazzy.
So it was a repeat of the X class?
Oh my God. These people that get these mods in that can't figure them out and don't have the freaking intelligence to at least try and read the directions.
It took me all of 2.5 minutes to figure out the menu system on the X class.
Yeah, it's not a big thing. I really don't understand how this could be so hard for people. I mean, some people I can understand, but it's just, come on, man. No, Saint, I'm not, no. The SX Auto, I can understand. The DIY and the auto mode are the only things that might be hard to figure out. But, hey, Stuart, how's it going? I hadn't seen you in a while, bud. I know I haven't been on PlayStation. I've been playing Xbox because I've been playing Fallout 76. Oh, my God. I didn't even really like that game that much. Then I started playing it and got addicted to the damn thing. Now I play it all the time. Oh, my God. Play it all the time. It's got training wheels on it. I went from like level 4 in Fallout 76 to level 45 I am now. In just a couple days because I've been playing it so damn long. So I need to slack off a little bit. But when you go in there and you see people that's level 269, you're like, holy crap. How long have y'all been playing? We need to get back on Blackout. Yeah, we do, Stuart. We do. I don't even know if Blackout's got a new mission going now, or what do they call it? An event, whatever they call it. Yeah. This is getting better and better and better because it's just been sitting here. So when you let juice sit there on them coils, it kind of gets old and yanked. After I vaped it a few times, now it's back to perfect. This is Nilla Nuts all day long. Great vape. The Q Mini the site that's posted over on Scuba's Hangout, I know has some Q Minis in stock, or at least they did. And this is a great device to pick up. I think they're a little more expensive than they were from Yeehee, but Yeehee don't sell them anymore, so I would highly recommend picking up one of these guys. This is a great device. Aries had one. He hadn't found it yet, but if he got it.
I'm going to. I've gone through all of my boxes.
Well, you know.
I'm missing a lot of stuff.
This one I thought took 21-700s. It takes 2700s, and this is a Kawasaki green. The reason I like this is because it's so damn bright, you can't help but see this mod if it's sitting somewhere. The problem with them dark black mods, if you have black furniture or something, it'll blend in and you won't see it. This thing stands out. It's freaking, whoa, there it is.
No problem. Just pull the mod out and just hold it.
Mm-hmm. Why does Flipcoin pay off lower than Kino? You know, I haven't tried to go in the settings for that, John Q, as far as how much it pays out. Flipcoin pays out double. How's that not good?
No, he was talking about the pay rate. Like I just won 50%.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, it's $250. Yeah, I think the original price was $189.99 for the Q Mini. So $250 is definitely, you know, they're going for the extra profit there, but
they're trying to maintain brand reputation, brand
hey,
and I can't blame them for that.
Pat paid $300 for his, and that was UK money. Pat paid a good bit of money for his. So.
When it came to the Mini Q, there was no better mod than the Mini Q Mini.
What device do I plan on getting in the future? You know what I want to get? Even
on that scale, that is.
I want a good dual 21-700, and I would have said the Odin, but the Odin's kind of big. I kind of like the Evdillo mod because it's very small for a dual 21-700. If that's the next mod that I probably want to get that I don't own is the Evdillo. Just because the battery life on 21-700s just surpass almost everything else I own. Yeah, it's big but not uncomfortable. You know, I'm with you. I like the Odin. It's a DNA 250C though. I have devices with DNA 250C chips. So I want
a quad parallel.
Everybody calls it the evil dildo, but it's the Evdillo mod. This dual 21-700, and it's barely bigger than two 21-700s, so wouldn't mind get one of those. Even though I'm not a big fan of the way the battery door closes, but other than that, it looks like a great mod. So that's the next mod I want to get. But it's not like I'm hurting on mods, guys. I got mods out the yin yang.
I want a quad parallel mech 21-700.
I was watching a show. It was the Bitches show today. Overkill. Have you heard of Overkill, those guys? Okay. Well, they make a squonker that's like half a liter of juice. It holds half a liter of juice. I was like, holy crap, dude. I was like, what is the squonk bottle? A punching bag? I can't even imagine how big the squonk bottle on that thing would have to be. That's crazy. And they're making all these parallel series, dual, quad. I don't even know. He's got like really big batteries in these. No, not big batteries. A lot of batteries in these mods, but safe. It's not. It's a MOSFET, but this MOSFET that he's using actually has the 5-click on, 5-click off feature, reverse polarity protection, and a bunch of other protections in it. Other than that, it's a regular mech. But yeah, it looked like a really cool thing. You sure you have the right scuba? Scuba Horde? Yeah, Scuba Horde's everything.
And question me. Right now, I just want the vape industry to survive past May.
You know, that's the big thing, Aries, and I agree with you. May is going to be the deciding factor. I really think if we haven't heard anything by March, we need to worry. Because if they don't do something 2 months before the PMTAs are due, the vaping industry's screwed hard. I mean, now this is the thing, right? Say that nothing happens and May comes and all the PMTAs come up due. And then all of a sudden all these vape shops have to shut down. Boom, 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 boom. So, and then all of a sudden the government goes, oh my God, we accidentally made all these businesses close. You know what? We're going to remove it and let them.
Everything that won't happen.
No, none of these businesses are going to be able to afford to reopen their shop if they've already had to shut it down. It's going to be too little, too late.
So let's take a look at some of these states that went through and put in the flavor ban and kept it in place for like a month or two. Shops went out, gone. And then they turned around and said, okay, well, you know what? Maybe we overreached. Let's go ahead and pull back the flavor ban. None of those shops have reopened.
Right. Well, I can't.
What are they going to do? Reopen and hope that, you know, that they don't change their mind another 2 months down the road?
Exactly.
No.
Hell, I told Munchkin the same thing. She was like, you could go work at a vape shop. I was like, you know what? I would go work at a vape shop, but I could go to work for a vape shop, and the next thing I know, they have to shut it down in a couple months. Why even go work there? I'm going to end up having to look for another job again.
No. Under current climate, hell no, I wouldn't reopen. That's a waste of money. Because not only are you going to have to repay to get your LLC and all that mess, and get your space and your inventory back and yada yada. That's if you haven't gotten rid of your old inventory. But either way, not only do you have to reacquire all that, but now you've got that stress and whatnot looming over you, and you've got all the added burdens of these new tobacco licenses that these states are implementing that these shops have to have. It's just, no, I wouldn't do it. Straight up, wouldn't do it.
I can't see where it would be beneficial to any of those businesses to do that. I mean, they'd have to be really, it would have to be like almost a second business to them that they don't even care because they're already making plenty of money at their original business. And that's just something they do in their spare time, and they already have workers that they pay to do it. Otherwise, I really don't even see, these businesses that are getting shut down because of the flavor bans, they're just not going to reopen. I mean, I watched it happen in Georgia with companies there, and this is before they even started doing the flavor bans. They knew it was coming, and they got out early, which, you know, maybe that's
money
good
and
for
ran.
them. So it's kind of they took what they had and got the hell on, which was probably the better thing to do. It's almost like
oh, you would be surprised, William. You got to realize, FDA, they don't give a damn about election year. Election year doesn't faze them in the least.
Yeah, because it's election year. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, even beyond that, you've got the conservative right that's turning around and saying, you know, they're the ones that are kind of pushing for, ironically enough, they're the ones that are pushing for flavor bans too. People say, oh, you know, the conservative right is for vaping. No, you're absolutely incorrect. The very first state to ban vaping in form or fashion was Arkansas. Arkansas is a very, very red state, and they were the very first ones. You go through and you look at all the states that have implemented strict vaping regulations. Half of them are red states. Half of them are blue states. This isn't a party thing. It's a money thing. And right now, neither side wants to lose that money. So no, they don't give a damn about vaping. Sorry, I shouldn't generalize that. There are some that do. Very, very few though.
Oh, there's not even a question about.
Hold on. I got this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me pull up my nice little, because I keep this bookmarked just for that question.
Just for okay. I defer to Aries.
Oh.
I defer the rest of my time to Aries right now.
Okay, let's see. Where you at? I had to go through and reorganize a bunch of stuff. Okay, here we go. So let's pick a state. I don't care which one. Scuba, pick a state.
California.
California. Okay, so California, from now basically until the end of time, will get 60, I'm sorry, wrong state. 100 and, where's it at? Come on, line up. There we go. $1,021,626,993.76 per year
Damn.
in perpetuity for the master settlement agreement. They want that $1 billion a year.
I can't blame them for wanting that money, but for them to completely ignore the health issues of the public,
They don't
is
care
ridiculous.
about the health.
Oh, I know they don't. I know
Anyone
they
who thinks that this is about public health, sorry, check that at the door. They don't care. Let's see, who else do we got on here? Because I got all the states, and it's not even just, they're not all states.
California and
here.
New York, those are two big states that are getting a hell of a lot of money from the MSA. Hell of a lot.
And it's not just the states that are getting money from the MSA. Let's see, who else is on here from this?
Wait, how many states are out of the MSA? Like 2 or 3?
4.
4? Okay, there's
4 states,
four
do not belong in the MSA.
So I bet you they ain't worried about a flavor ban.
But American Samoa, Northern Marianas, Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico are all part of the MSA as well.
Damn. How the hell did they get in the MSA?
Because they are American territories.
They're American territories, but were they American territories when the
Yes.
MSA? They were?
Yes.
Damn.
You need a copy of that document? Not a problem. Give me just a second.
So, holy moly.
Just feel the weight of it.
Enjoy, ladies and gents.
My spider, the Goliath, when it's full grown, will be 5.
Most of these, and John Q, you're absolutely correct. That money was figured into their budget. Most of these states, the last time I looked at
See you, Michael.
California was spent 27 years ahead of their budget on MSA money. New York was spent ahead, what was it, like 23, 24 years ahead on theirs?
Oh yeah,
They want their money.
yeah, they took loans out on money they haven't even
And they're
received
defaulting
yet.
on that shit now.
Exactly. That's the problem, guys. It's not like they just want the money. They've already spent the money that they haven't even got yet. And since cigarette sales have dropped so much, they're not getting that money, and they're like
Okay.
freaking out because they're
Common
defaulting
misconception
their
on that.
loans. Okay.
Common misconception. So when it came to, what year was it? I want to say it was 2004. 2004 is when they stopped doing it on sales. And they said, okay, sales are not stable enough for us to calculate every year. So we're just going to go with a bulk. Here's your numbers.
Really?
And so they went in blocks.
Okay.
And so from 2004 to 2007, they went, okay, you're going to get this much. From 2008 to 2017, this much. 2018, that chart says to 2025, but it's actually in perpetuity, which means that shit don't end. So whatever number you see in 2018, they get that number every year, adjusted for inflation.
No shit.
Going forward. Yes.
So doesn't matter how many cigarettes they
Doesn't
sell.
matter.
So then why are they still out to kill vaping if it doesn't matter?
The only difference is if these companies actually have to fold. Okay. Smoking rates are on the decline, correct? It's no longer popular to smoke, correct?
Right.
Okay. You go to any school and smoking rates have steadily been dropping since right around the mid-90s. they've been on a steady decline.
How?
This isn't due to vaping. Yes, the recent boom for the past 8 years is due to vaping. Vaping has definitely influenced it, but it was already on a steady decline to begin with because it's just not popular. Kids get made fun of for smoking these days. But with sales dropping and people becoming more health conscious, because they're becoming more health conscious, these companies are looking to stabilize their revenue. And that's why you've got companies like Philip Morris and RJ Reynolds that are coming out with these vape products. And so they're just trying to find something to hold on to. Well, now cigarettes are saying, okay, well, we were losing to vaping. We tried to get into the vaping. That's not going to work. So we're just going to kill it out. That way we keep what we have and we try to say, oh, cigarette smoking is actually safer than vaping. Look at all these hundreds of people that have just died. Ignore the fact that, 480,000 people die a year from cigarette-related diseases.
So what we should do...
Do I have any
never
news
happen.
on states like California defaulting on their payments this year? Google. Trust me. Buku sites out there with articles about it.
So it'll never happen, but what if we can make the news to try and get Trump or whoever's president to do away with the MSA agreement?
Yeah.
You can't.
Okay.
Wait,
well,
how can you not?
You can. Okay. So getting a law into any given year, there's thousands of bills that are put through the legislation, put in front of the president and signed.
Right.
Okay? Out of those thousands that are written and put forward, maybe 5% pass. It's incredibly difficult to get a law passed. It's considerably more difficult, probably 5 to 10 times more difficult to get a law revoked. And the Master Settlement Agreement isn't going anywhere anytime soon. They cannot and will not get rid of it. It's almost impossible to get a law off the books. Go through and look up any given state and look at silly, outdated laws. The reason they're still there is because it's damn near impossible to get them off the books. So they just say, screw it, and they just leave it. And it becomes bloating the code.
I think that's low enough where I can take this apart, and I'm going to try to take this apart and re-wick it. If it spills juice everywhere, hey, there we go. It came right apart, no problem.
Yes, the MSA itself is a civil settlement, but it's actually been codified. There is actual codification to the MSA now. Creed, you can just right-click on it. I'm not sure if you're running a touch screen or not, but if you right-click on it, you can open in a new tab. Or you can just copy the link address and save it.
All right, so I'm re-wicking.
But see, that's the thing, Dave Foot. They don't actually change the Constitution. They amend it. They add on to it. And to change the Constitution, which hasn't been done in quite some time, takes 3/4 of the legislation to pass it and put it forward to the states, and then all the states have to approve it.
Cassie, this is the intake dual. Still firing exactly the way it's supposed to from the center out. You gotta love it when a plan comes together. I'm gonna let that cool off a second before I put some wick in there, though, because that's hot. Very hot.
See, politics in the U.S. is a very one-sided thing. They make it incredibly difficult to get stuff passed through, and then even more difficult to get it removed. And that was very intentional for them to do it that way.
Okay, well, I hope I don't mess this wick up because I don't have any more Muji on standby. Well, I'd have to go digging for it. Oh, there it is back there, but we're good. You definitely don't want to ever try to put wick into a coil that's hot because it will burn your wicking, and then you're going to just be redoing it anyway.
Neither King Cobra. No, originally I'm from Alaska.
I'm going to have
No,
to go
me moving from Arkansas had nothing to do with vaping.
It
was just a little added perk.
It's kind of funny. Patrick, I had him on Nilla Nuts to start off with, right? Because he's trying to move over to vaping. And then I switched him over to Gator's Blood, the Bulldog right here, Gator's Blood. And this is, it's a strong raspberry type.
Moved to hang out with you, Cassie. I hadn't even seen you yet.
He immediately went back to Nilla Nuts because Gator's Blood was making him cough so bad. And I can't blame him there because it makes me cough. But we're both suffering from the same sickness, so there you go.
I'm wanting to say, Stephen Taylor, I'm wanting to say it's 3/4 of the Senate and the House that have to it's a nightmare to amend the Constitution. And yet it's been done, what is it, 24 times? 24 times in over 200 years. And it was a lot easier.
My wife comes up and says, the door's been unlocked. Door unlocked event. Front door was manually unlocked. Wise has Wise has come along really good in the stuff that they make now. So there you go. That's about all the cotton I'm going to need. And this has a pretty good deep well for the wicking to go in, but I don't want it to go all the way down to this line, so I only want it to go halfway in there. So I usually cut this kind of short because you don't need a lot. So I'm just going to go against the base of the tank and cut. And that's usually just about where you need it. You may have to take a little bit more off. There's a goon rolling right in front of the thing. But that's about the standard for most. Well, thanks, Malachite. Those are coils I made. Of course, Aries can beat me any day of the week building
I don't know
coils.
if I can still beat you. It's been a while.
You can still beat me. Dude, you can do aliens in your sleep, and I can't. It would probably take me a good 4 or 5 tries. Hey, just in to say we're discussing TVP being live about squonking. The live video was a response to the lies Vic is spreading. The fuck squonking is only running. Oh, okay. Thank you, Falling Duck. Yeah, I mean, when he said screw vaping, I was like, screw squonking. I'm like, what's wrong with squonking, dude? Squonking is like the best of both worlds. I understand the whole drama back and forth, and I really don't get into the drama, but I appreciate you letting me know what was going down. I'm not into the drama. That's between TVP and Vic. And honestly, I've been doing this long enough. I mean, it's been, 9 years now. And the drama thing has come and gone. I'm way past that drama now. And I don't want to do it anymore, man. If y'all knew TVP back from when I remembered him back in Vapor's TV days, he is a completely different person now. I don't hold grudges. I've since moved on and forgiven TVP for everything he said against me. Trust me, it was a lot. But it's not like it didn't happen. He switched when he started getting popular. So for me, it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to go out there and get 8 million subscribers. I just don't do that. But the people that do come watch me are loyal. I don't have to worry about all the damn trolls and bullcrap in the channel. So I'd much rather have it that way. People actually want to learn stuff. They come here. If they want to go and watch dick jokes on another channel, hey, you know where to go. And I'm not saying TVP. I'm talking about another channel that does all that crap. But there you go. So I'm going to strum this out to get all the, because anytime you cut your wick, especially with regular scissors, it's going to pinch down your cotton and cause a crease on the side 9 times out of 10. Well, thank you, Tony. I hate you too, brother. Dumbass. And strumming this out, all this does is straighten out your wick so that it can channel the juice better up through the wick. So I like doing this. Sometimes you need to do this just to thin out the cotton so that it fits better down into the wicking channels. And basically, I'm just dumbing this up. I got dumb on the mind. Damming this up to keep the juice. You want the juice to hit the bottom of the wick, but not be blocked off by it. You see what I'm saying? You don't want your wicking to be smushed down to where it can't accept juice. If it does that, it's going to choke out and you're going to get dry hits. So you don't want your wicking so tight that it can't pull juice up into it. If that happens, you're going to get a really dry hit. So I'm going to take and I'm going to tuck all this in at the same time. I'm going to try to anyways. And I just want this barely in there. You'd much rather have more wicking at the top of this than down in the channel. So I'm just barely tucking this down into the wicking channel, as you can see. So down here is still completely wide open. That way this juice can go in here, fill this up, hit all the bottom of this wick, and saturate it all the way to the top. Down here at the... Now, if I was to push this all the way down, what would happen is only the front of the wicking would get juice, and it would have to soak through the front to get to the back before it draws it up and gets to your coil. So the reason I do just barely down in there, number one, it makes sure that the top of this is sealed off where you don't get flooding. And number two, it lets the juice come in and hit all the bottom of the fibers of the cotton so that it soaks it all up at the same time. Very important to do it that way. On most of the devices most of the RTAs that you build on, same method all the way through. No issues whatsoever doing it that way. The intake dual is the same way. I like just putting just barely enough into there, and that one's actually going in too far. There we go. And if that happens, I just back it up a little bit. But you want to make sure the top of this is covered completely, that there's no gaps in here. If you have gaps, you're going to end up with a flood. It's gonna now, but this is a top airflow, so you're not going to get like flooding where it pours out of the tank. You're going to get flooding as to where it gurgles when you vape it. It's going to gurgle.
Hey, Munchkin, whenever you get a clean Scuba's desk, make sure you tie a guide rope around your waist and tie it to something sturdy so it doesn't come loose so you can find your way
Very
back out.
funny, Aries. Very, very funny. So I'm going to put juice on these coils and let this soak down in the center. You do not want to fire these coils dry. Obviously, you'll burn it. But what I like to do is make sure that they get good and soaked. So what I'll do is I'll hit the fire button just enough for it to soak to pull the juice in. And you'll see that it dries out, that it pretty much the coil becomes empty. And that pulls it down into the center of the wick. I'll do it again. Just barely firing this. And what this does is make sure that you never fire this and dry out your wick. Because if you do that, you're going to have burnt tasting wick when you put this thing back together and wonder why. So now I'm saturating the rest of this wick. Letting that soak down in there. I already have the same juice in the tank, so I don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to fire this a few times because I want this to break in with the juice so that I don't taste that, I don't know, clean sock taste. That's firing really good there. I like this. I like vaping 0.23 around 75 watts. That's my favorite. And the reason I do this a lot on tanks, you don't really have to worry about this on drippers, but on RTAs, I do this a lot because if you seal this thing back up with the tank on top and you haven't pre-fired this, you're going to taste that really, I don't know, clean sock taste for a while. before the cotton breaks in. So I do this over and over just to avoid that. That way my first vape that I take off this is a great flavorful vape. Make sure that if you have a plastic drip tip, that it does not touch the coil, because it will melt plastic to it and you will taste plastic for a long time. You don't want that. So now I'm going to hit this until that gurgling goes away. Damn, that's burning my thumb every time I fire it. That's too much juice on there. So I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to fire this a few times till that goes away. There we go. Now it's firing the way it should. And all I have to do is put the tank back on there and we're good to go. So that's what it should look like. If you have any discrepancies, if any wick is sticking outside of this area, you have to go in and manicure this, because otherwise your tank's not going to close correctly. Just make sure that it's all tucked in nice and neat. I'm going to take this and turn this upside down where I can screw this back on. Boom. My airflow is all the way open. It's back down. We're good to go. All right. Okay, Malachite, see you, bud. So now we're good to go. We're going to see how this thing vapes. 75 watts. We are at 0.23 ohms. Every time I make coils, they always come out at 0.23. There's no if, ands, or buts. They're always 0.23. If the device that I put it on reads ohms correctly. Now, you will find some devices out there that have a variance reading ohms. If you ever build something and you know it's supposed to be a certain ohm and it's coming out wrong, make sure to check it on multiple devices. You may have a device that doesn't read ohms very good. But there's enough of them out there, especially Yee stuff. Reads ohms really good, DNA stuff. So there you go. I just turned the airflow all the way off because I'm blind. There we go. I went to vape it and I was like, man, that's a tight vape right there. See, that's good right off the bat. That's the way I like it. I don't like having to vape this thing for 20 minutes before I get a nice flavorful vape. And the only reason I'm coughing, pardon me, is because I'm still sick. It's almost full. Ow. That's the reason I can fill the tank. Here, I'll fill the tank for you. Not a big deal. Ooh, if I can get the top off. There we go. Let's fill it up. Ooh, that's full right there. I mean, you can see the juice coming up to the top. Put this down on there. Boom. That's full all the way to the top. I wish I could vape normally. I really wish I could. I until I can get this cough to go away, it just ain't gonna happen. Damn it. Now, the only reason I'm coughing with this is because it's like a brand new one. Once this breaks in after a couple minutes, I probably won't cough anymore. Ah, so you like a lower ohm coil, King Cobra? Hey, that's wow, that juice bottle is big. What juice is it? This is a 120 ml bottle from e-cigs. This is Nilla Nuts. This is like my all-day vape. If you like custards, I would highly recommend this from e-cigs. If you like more of a fruity vape, then Aries has a juice over there called Aries Ram. You may want to go that route. So we got the custard covered. We got the fruits covered. Pick your vaping style. Either one is an excellent juice. I like custards myself. I mean, I like fruits. Don't get me wrong. I will switch up. And Aries Ram is a great juice. I mean, it really is. But I just prefer Nilla Nuts. I've been vaping it for years and years. Ever since Asbestos come out with it, I've been vaping that. So I really thought at first I wasn't going to like it. And then it just grew on me like, boom. And it's really hard, even if you've been a vapor for years, it's hard to find your ADV, which is your all-day vape. If you find your all-day vape, then you've won, because you know, especially if it's an all-day vape that you can make yourself, then you really win, because in worst case scenario, you should be able to make that juice yourself. You don't have to worry about, I got to worry about such and such vape company. You love custards? Yeah, you'll love, Ruben, the best I could tell you as far as Nilla Nuts goes, Nilla Nuts is a vanilla hazelnut custard. It's really, I really enjoy it. I always get version 1. There's a version 1 and version 2 on e-cig site. The version 1 has diacetyl in it, okay? Diacetyl, we all know that cigarettes have like a gabillion times more diacetyl than a vape ever will. So I wouldn't worry about the diacetyl. The diacetyl gives it that eggy custard taste, which I prefer. The version 2 just seems kind of flat to me, so I always get the version 1. I always get the wow flavor from Higgy, so I would recommend getting that. And if you want to just test it, get you a small bottle, see how you like it, and go from there. I always get at least 75 VG. You can, they have ratios. e-cigs, you can pick your ratio.
It goes in 5 increments.
Yeah, you can change your PG VG ratio all you want. You can change your nic level. They do nic levels from really low to really high. So
0 to 24.
There you go. I don't know of any stock juices that you can go, hey, you know what? I want 8.5 milligram or something like that. That's the good thing about e-cigs. You can go in there and say, hey, this is what I need. I'm trying to get off 12 milligram. I need 10 milligram. They'll do that for you. You just have to message them and say,
Ian,
hey.
I don't think they have a UK distributor, but I know that Higgy will ship to the UK, but I don't think there's anyone in the UK that directly sells.
Right, yeah, they don't have they'll ship there, but they don't have a distributor over there. It'd be nice if they sold enough juice, they could get a distributor over there.
I know they were working on one, and from what I understand, things just kind of fell through. And
strawberry and cream. Now, there is another, what is that? The Last Straw. That is a strawberry custard that e-cigs has. That's a really good strawberry. It's just a straight up strawberry. There's so many strawberry custards out there. It really depends on what you like. I really like the one from, what is it, Jam Monster? Their strawberry. Because it's like it's a strawberry jam toast with butter. I really like that one.
See, for strawberry and cream, you've got Pegasus Tears, obviously, from e-cigs. But then you've got like Mother's Milk. Mother's Milk was the original one.
Oh yeah, Mother's Milk. Wow, man.
Which still sounds like through the roof. Basically, every company has a strawberries and cream. That is the very basic flavor that everyone learns first.
Yeah, some of the flavors can't be shipped over to the UK because they're flammable. Other than that, I know Nilla Nuts definitely can go to the UK because it's not flammable at all. But I started vaping 6 years ago.
Kitty Milk. That was a really good one.
Anything raspberry. Evan, I'm sorry, not Evan. Even, have you tried Aries Ram? Just saying. There you go. You can definitely get a lot more juice cheaper from e-cigs. Just try Aries Ram. There you go. If you like raspberry. Mad Scope. Man, Mad Scope was the bomb, John Q. I have not tried Mad Scope since Scope pretty much fell off the map. Are still and until William, well, when William stopped owning the company at Mad Cats, that's when I didn't get Madscope anymore. I'm sure the recipe is still the same. It's still made the same way. I just.
Aries RAM as a finished product was available to ship to the UK, but the concentrate is not available to ship to the UK.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah, concentrate's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get the concentrates, but yeah. The concentrates are the bomb because then you can basically just add VG to it. Boom. You're done. And nicotine.
Yeah, and they've got flavors that they can't sell as a finished product in concentrate form. Blue Saber, which is what I'm vaping on right now.
It's a little different since William left. Damn it, John Q. I wish you wouldn't have told me that. That just confirms why I didn't want to get it. If it's different, then that means William did something different that made it better. I've seen juices taste different whether say you add your nicotine first or your nicotine last. I've seen juices taste different because of that. I don't know why. It's the same damn thing in the bottle.
It shouldn't
change but I've seen them taste different just because of that fact. And then why is that? I don't know. Blue Saber, there you go. And there's Timekeeper. There's the recipe for Nilla Nuts. Who was asking about it earlier? There's the recipe. Make sure that you use Capella vanilla custard.
Yeah, now Three Dogs absolutely correct on that. Different nicks do taste very, very different.
Yeah, different nicks. Yeah, if you make Nilla Nuts,
even different types of VG, where the VG is sourced from, that'll make a huge difference as well.
But there you go. Timekeeper's dead on with the recipe for Nilla Nuts, and I'm glad he posted it. Actually, it makes it easier on me. I don't have to sit there and type all that out.
Cassie, if you knew what I've gone through this past week.
Strawberry cookie. Ooh, a strawberry cookie. Yeah. Sweet spot to bring out raspberry. Oh my God, num num num.
Well, and then with Aries RAM, you change the wattage and the flavor changes too. So.
Oh yeah, this is vaping great right now, guys. Now I'm probably gonna be vaping this all night just because I know it's got a nice clean wick in there. The coils have already been burned clean, and it's vaping great. And it's on the Q Mini. I like it. Besides me having a cough every time I vape. Man, I wish this would go away. I really do. I don't know what else to try. I really don't know what else to try. Time.
Lung transplant.
I don't want to quit vaping, man. I would be the meanest, bitchiest scuba you've ever seen if I stopped vaping. Even if I stopped vaping for a week, that would be too much. Like if I waited until next Friday, oof, I need to take breathing treatments. I need something sure. I need this to be where, because before I could hit a vape hardcore, big giant rip, no problem. I can't do it now. It makes me cough every freaking time. But I'm coughing even. See, I would think it's the vaping, but I don't even have to vape. I'll just be sitting up there and just start coughing for no damn reason. So I don't think it's the vaping that's causing it. So maybe just don't vape for one day.
Have you looked at environmental factors?
No. I know I'm in a different environment, but I'm not that much further north.
No, that's not.
Oh.
It's not the environmental factors I'm talking about. Things going on there at the house, as far as like, have you checked to make sure that there's no moisture accumulation in an area that's caused a mold buildup or
Well,
stuff like
what
that.
does seem to help me, I have a humidifier up in the bedroom. When I run that, it seems to help. So I've been running the humidifier like almost every night. So I've been slacking the last few days, but yesterday I had it running and the day before. So I'm going to keep that going and see if it brings it down. I
Okay,
could do that,
Munchkin.
timekeeper, a higher resistance at a lower wattage. I mean, because I can vape the SX Auto. I could do just that. Now it would be me. You know, I'm used to taking these big rips, but if I vape just the SX Auto, I don't cough. Doesn't happen. Mold? Oh Lord, I hope it's not mold, Harry.
Well, and Munchkin's saying that that she would know because that's one of her main allergies. So dry ass air in the house. Yeah. Let's see. And as far like JQ said, check for COPD. So there is no cut and dry test for COPD because COPD is just a chronic condition of lung issues. There's no one specific one. So like if you chronically have bronchitis, that technically falls under the category of COPD. And then there's varying stages of COPD itself.
I need a nebulizer and breathing treatments. You know, it's kind of funny because he has the little the asthma thing in the kitchen there, and if I had to, I could go hit that thing a few times and see if it helps. I mean, I'm willing to try anything.
Be careful dosing yourself with Ventolin if you are, whichever. I would.
I don't
assume
know
it's some
what he
Ventolin
has in
here.
there.
Does it look like this?
It's similar. It's a different color. It's red, I think.
Red and white?
I'm not sure.
It's still going to be an albuterol. Be careful dosing yourself with albuterol.
Cassie, no, I got menthol here. I have some freaking black ice. I mean, I got some really strong menthol. That didn't seem to help matters at all. That definitely didn't help matters, but thanks for the offer though. Let me make sure this thing's getting juice. Yeah, it's a little dry. It wasn't the SX Auto's fault. The actual bottle at the bottom was empty. Yeah, look at it now. Oh, look at that. That's all juicy. There we go. Man, I tell you, as soon as you fill this thing with juice and you hit the pump, it just wicks right back up.
Oops, wrong button.
Steven, there's no way I'm going to be sick for all 2020. That's not going to freaking happen. If I have to sit there and cough all night one night just to get everything out of my lungs, I will do it. I don't know. Do I have a productive cough? 3 Dog, no. I wish I did. I have a productive sneeze sometimes, but that's as much as it goes. I can sneeze up a freaking giant lug on my hand, but I don't cough it up, which is surprising. I thought I would. And I have some more expectorant upstairs. I can take it, but it doesn't seem to help. It doesn't loosen anything up, and I don't know why.
And it is 10 o'clock.
It is time for us to go. Make sure if y'all haven't joined Steve Dilligaf Porter's group over there, it's Dilligaf Porter's Atty stands. Y'all can go pick one up over there and have it customized the way you want it. I saw he did some Halo stands, which look really damn cool. I bet you could do some Star Wars too. But y'all have a great weekend out there. Stay safe, whatever you do. Vape safe. For your loved ones in your life or your friends, if they are smokers, see if you can get them to switch over to vaping. And just, the best thing you can do is let them know how it's helped you. Don't try to convince them to stop smoking. Let them know how much it's helped you, which make them think, hey, if I do this, maybe I will be better. Maybe my my health will become better, because that's the key. If you anytime you try to force somebody to do something, they tend to back away. If you let them know how it's helped you without forcing them, they'll be more willing to go along with it. So maybe that'll help your friends out that are long-term smokers that maybe, now you can't convince them to start vaping, but if they are at the point where they're on the verge of wanting to quit smoking, it'll be so much easier. Then they'll be willing to switch over. And I really think it's something that needs to be done to help people so that they don't they don't die from smoking, or cancer, or COPD, or all the other nasty diseases that come from smoking, which suck. All right, guys, we're going to bop off here. And like I said, y'all have a great weekend. And we will catch you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Y'all have a great one. And until next time, peace out.
Later.